This is a simple demo to show how we would do tutorial 5.6 from page 191 of a textbook. The problem, of course, the textbook is old and the website from Census Bureau has been updated. And the description there on the book is no longer correct. So I want to show you what we now have in year 2020. And so we get in there, like page 191 with the tutorial 5.6. We should go to www.census.gov. So I put my browser there, and this is what you see. It's quite different now. So instead of following the description there, slightly different. So we would first go to browse by topic, and the topic is geography, because we want to specify where we want to do. So under geography program, we'll go to the different kinds of geographies, not these other things. So we'll click on geographies. And then under the geography, you can just look at the map. That's for looking at reference map. And then these are reference files, the files that will produce the maps. This is not what we want. We want to actual data files that we can do mapping, and that's geography mapping file. That click is the same as this click here, right? So either one. So we go to geography mapping files. And the mapping files are from certain partnership, meaning that ESRI or ESRI is the company that's partner with government, so that the map files follow their format, which is actually almost predominantly adopted by the whole wide world. So, but following the book, we are going to, let me make this a little wider so that it's 2020, but we are supposed to see 2010. So let's choose 2010 instead, right here. Right, so now we have 2010, and what we want to do is to go to the shape files and tiger line files, and that's this one, tiger line shape files. Right, tiger is the acronym for something like, well, you find out. It's actually the name for the format produced by ESRI that we've been using for shape files. So we go there, and now we are going to get to those files, but we need to specify what we want. So again, we want to make sure that we are choosing 2010. Okay, now that's closer to what we have at the bottom of 191. So where should we go? Yes, we should go to the web interfaces so that we get it right. Just like bottom of 191, it says click on web interfaces. So now we come here, and that begins to be closer to what we want. Choose the year. We want year 2010, because different year they have different formats of things. And what do we want? We want the census tracts, right? Okay, so we submit that. Notice that we are looking for 2010 census tracts. And now we want to specify the date. They have two sets available because it's done every 10 years. It still doesn't have 2020 yet, but we want 2010. So which state? We are told that what we are interested in is Illinois. So Illinois here. And once you specify, do you want the whole state? Then you download say it's very big. We just want one county, the county where Chicago is in, and that is Cook County. Cook County is not listed here. We scroll down a little bit. Yes, we see Cook County. Right, that is Cook County, so that we now click on download. Then you can open it, but it's a zip file of zip files actually. So we want to save it, and then it will go to our download folder. So click save. So it takes a while to get done. So let me bring up my download folder. Yep. Here is my download folder. Now the file is here. Zip file, you need to unzip it. But if you just click on it, it will show you what's inside. So it's like a folder. You double click, It shows me what is inside, but do not try to use it inside because it's not really a folder. Like if you open it, you see it will do a lot of funny things. The pointer to the file won't be right. So we need to unzip it in some place. So let me cut it and put it in my place, cut it. And then where should I put it? I should put it inside my exercises. Tutorial 5.7 in chapter 5. So I go into chapter 5. I already had this before. Let me remove all of that. So delete all of these first. And what I want is then I want to bring this file over here. So I can hold it and then drop it here. So it's basically cut and paste. And then I don't need the download file here, download folder. But now I have it here. And I want to unzip it. If you have just zip, you have to extract all and then direct it here. I have a better tool called 7-zip. It has an option extract here, which is the same. Then it will extract the content of the zip file into that same location. So now it did, right? And the original zip file is not changed. It remains intact, but now the contents actually come out. So those are those files. You can see they all have the same name. Different file name extension. You know that a shapefile is a collection of files. That's what it is. If you use ArcGIS 2 to look at that, you will see that it's treated as one file with that same name and only the SHP showing up. All these other extensions are different parts of that whole shapefile. Right? For example, DBF is the attribute table data following the DB2 format. That's why .dbf. PLJ is the projection. That's the coordinate system. Shape is where the geometry is. And this XML file is actually the description, the metadata description about it. And then SHX is the connection between the geometry and the data. You may have other, if your more sophisticated file layer may have other things, but this is one shape file altogether as a collection of files. Of course, you can also import this into a geodatabase, which is the same, easier to handle, but it's the same in terms of the logic using it in GIS. Now we know that it's in here, so we can go back to, we don't need that web browser anymore. I will put it away for now. So we just look at this. And I want to bring up my web browser to bring in this map layer, which is a shapefile for a map layer, and see it. Right? That's what tutorial 5.7 is supposed to do. So let me then bring up my ArcMap. I click on my here and I come here and ArcGIS, ArcMap. Where's ArcMap? Right here. So I'm bringing up ArcMap now. I bring up ArcMap by itself, not clicking on any map document file. It asks me what other things do I need, so I cancel this. It's a simple one, right? Right now it's nothing, but I want to add the data into it. That means right now the table of contents shows nothing, so I bring in some data. And where should that data be? Well, I used it before, so it's automatically in that chapter 5 because it should be under where you put it, and the data is already there. So I see in that place now it shows only one file as the shape file because it knows that collection is one. So I click on this and say add, and it reads that map data in there, right? So it's a polygon file. You can look at the attribute data. Right? Each row is one polygon in here, which is one census tract. Right? You can tell from the original file. You can tell from the file data is Tiger Line file TL, meaning and then 2010 year 2010 census. 17031. I explained the code a little bit. 17 is the state of Illinois. All the counties in the state of Illinois is 17. And each county has a code within the state is 031. So 17031 identifies Cook County of the state of Illinois. And all these connected together, census tract of year 2010, that's what it is. Each row is one tract, and altogether it has 1,300 19 different census tracts in there, in that county. Okay, so I close the table that here. You may wonder, right? This is one census tract. These little O's are one. Then what happened about what about this? Is there something wrong? Anybody suggest? Right? I guess if you are familiar with Chicago, you know that. Right? This is actually why is this a big area like that? Each census tract supposedly an area with a certain group number population. So each little polygon here is one group of population that we do census work on. But this is a very big census tract. Why is that so? If you are familiar with Chicago, this is where downtown Chicago is the Lakeshore Drive, and now this is Lake Michigan. You understand? Now, if this is Lake Michigan, from the government's point of view, yes, this is one census tract, but this census tract covers the water area of Lake Michigan, so it's the same population included in here, right? Okay, so you can tell from the coordinate system of the map layer, it should be, because it's census data, it's nationwide, so they always use the coordinate system would be a GCS, would be graphical coordinate system. That means it's based on longitude and latitude, right? Because you bring this layer in as the first layer, the projection used to present the map will also use that. So the one that's chosen to use is GCS North America, right? That's the same coordinate system. So here, maybe explain a little bit about the attributes in the table, right? It says it's the polygon FID is internal administrative use for the ArcGIS handling the data, right? The state is 17, identifying Illinois. 3013 is Cook County, identified. So, and the tract, each tract has its number, census 2010 CE10. So each census tract has a unique ID too, right? And this GeoID 10 actually combine all these things together to uniquely identify for each census tract within the whole United States, right? And you have other parts of it. Name 10 is actually just a part of that with the a census tract number, right? And so on. This is a full name. They are all the same. And this map has no data. It's just a map. It's just the boundary map, okay? So we can save this. Of course, we should save it as, make sure this is a new map. So I would say this is tutorial 5.6. And the author, I am Peter Wu. And then it should use, well, let's say it should use relative path right now. And so right now it only says that. I need to save it. So I would save as, make sure it's inside chapter 5, and I would call it tutorial 5.6. So now I save it. I can close this. And the map is actually in here. That's the one that I just saved. If I click on this, it will open again and it will use the map data right in here, which is a shapefile. Just to show you I didn't lie to you. I click on it and show you. It's opening up. It takes a while because it's a huge, right. So we're back there. Okay. So that is tutorial 5.6. And I can end it now and save it. No, you don't need to save. It's the same thing. So I should